Well, I'm going to give a tip to the flat work guys that deal with shopping centers, and it relates also to other real estate investments. It could be industrial, medical. It doesn't really matter. There are receivership companies that have formed in the last year, a lot of them. Even some regular property management companies that are starting to take on receiverships because of properties being in trouble. The worry of these is that you don't want to get them before they go into receivership because it'll be a long wait for your money. But what you want to do is start doing some market analysis on how many receivership companies in your area that you have. The one thing about the receivership type of company, and I'll explain this to you, and I don't know, I haven't checked out the laws or anything like that, but I believe that they're going to have to be local companies, which is a benefit because or it just seems like this, that the banks or the trust companies are picking somebody locally to manage the property because they want somebody physically there. Where in the real estate property management game, sometimes somebody may have 700 properties and it's all over the country. We're finding out that these receivership companies are local, which is good because a lot of them are brand new. Brand new companies, a lot of times not people that are brand new in the business. These people have experience or they would not be trying to go into this market. And they might be people that are unemployed from other companies that have gone and got their broker license and have actually created them. I don't want to name any names. There's a lot of them in Arizona that have sprung up. I probably know of at least 35 of them. In this market of 8 million people, believe it or not, in the real estate market, that's huge. Phoenix 10 years ago only had 442 retail brokers in the state. Now they're balancing, seesawing on about 600 to 700, and that number fluctuates daily of people going out of business and coming in and going into the business. Now, when people go up there and look at broker licenses, there's literally thousands of people, and I'm talking about a specific license, style of license that I look for when I'm looking for these customers. Now, I'm not going to share all the information with you. Some of that stuff I've learned over the years and knowing how to find the exact customer that I want to find. And in this type of market where things are changing so much, all that information source is very, very valuable. We've worked on building databases for this information and literally keeping track of these people virtually on a monthly basis. And we do keep track of them down to their home address if we can get it. Because right now it's paid off. They are moving, and that's the thing. In this market, because it's so unstable, these folks are moving from one place to the next. But the real great thing is I'm tipping you today, is start looking for these receivership companies. And it doesn't matter if you're not into what I do. You can find them in other markets too. I'm certain that they're out there managing other properties because we get some that cross over and they want us to do projects that we particularly don't. It's not our forte. But you know, it's tip of the day. Look for these receivership companies. Back in the 90s, the government had a program that they started. It hasn't gotten that bad yet. For the banking industry, when the banks were failing, they've come up with some. It's not a government-based program right now. It's been privatized, and they're allowing the private industry to do it. So therefore, I believe that's why it's growing right now, because there is this issue of a lot of real estate that is being seized and taken back by the banks for whatever reason, tax liens. People not just flat out not paying their mortgage, whatever the reason is, and these properties are in receivership, and between that receivership and new owners, they have to have somebody manage these properties, and these things have to be taken care of. And you have to remember this: it is bank money. So these banks own these are assets of the bank at that point, and in order for them to sell them and liquidate them and auction them, they have to look right. And that's the cool thing about the receivership companies, is they are allotted a budget. line and by the banks, more than likely up front and possibly even when they negotiate the contract to take the property over to get things back in order. Which obviously that dictates to us. There's dollars there to spend. Whether some people want to call them Obama dollars or whoever's dollars they are, they're there. And if you don't take them, somebody else will. Uh, Guys, remember this. I want to tell you this. Don't forget about Russ Johnson's going to have a real old-fashioned roundtable in Kentucky, April 1st and 2nd. Don't miss it.